Inspecting only one of Johannesburg's many hijacked buildings, a photo opportunity or a real development?
Currently, I was going to be blocked or the police can't allow me to enter the office.
She's not known for her work ethic, so why would Busisiwe Mkhwebane rock up at the office today?
It highlights an absolute lack of empathy.
10-year-old children driving a new dangerous dogfighting craze. Proteas announced they're hopefully winning cricket team against Sri Lanka. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton. This is Eyewitness News. Remember to like and subscribe.
This is Eyewitness News.
This also happened in today's news.
On Tuesday afternoon, Egoli gas employees were carrying out maintenance work on a gas pipeline here at the corner of Bertha and Dakota Street. What followed afterwards was an explosion that set their truck alight and a portion of this building. It's understood a gas leak may be the cause of this explosion. However, we are waiting for further investigations to continue. What we do know so far is this is the second gas explosion to rock the city of Johannesburg. Just 2 months ago, in the CBD on Lillian in Goy, 48 people were injured and 1 person died after a gas explosion tore through the CBD. It's understood methane was the cause, but it's not known yet where the source of that gas came from. Veronica Mkhwebane, Eyewitness News.
From now on, any journalist who asks us questions, fighting us, it means that journalist is actually happy that our people are staying under these conditions. It means you are part of the problem.
Blaming everyone but the people actually responsible for Johannesburg's dilapidated hijacked buildings. Today it was the journalists' turn for not being supportive. Earlier it was the NGOs and apartheid's fault for the unacceptable and often fatal living conditions facing thousands in the city. This morning's photo opportunity happened in just one of the more than 20 dilapidated buildings, Vannon Court, the exact same building that was inspected earlier this year. The building is well known among those who occupy it as being a criminal haven, often used as an escape route to evade police.
These are the lifts in Vannon Court. It just filled with dirt and waste. Stagnant pools of water all over and the stench of urine all over the place. This is one of the rooms, or how people are living in here. This is a typical room. Mattresses. I don't know if you can see it, but flies are just swarming all over this room. This is basically the courtyard of Vannon Court. It's a 8-story building, and the city are embarking on an inspection of it. Many of the residents in this building are believed to have been or believed to be illegally occupying. Now, going through this corridor here, there's an interesting little shaft here that leads directly out and access to one of the roads in the area. The shaft is used mainly, from what some of the residents have told us, by criminals, hunger boys, nyaupi boys, to escape quickly should there be a raid or anything conducted in this building.
Another woman says poverty forced her into living in the building where she pays 500 Rand rent per month.
We are not working, so we are staying here just because we have kids that are at school now, even now they're at school. So we are forced to stay here just because we have nothing.
Oh mama, na bo baba. Nizwile, in the next 2-3 days, siyanimuva must figure. Ningati, we did not warn you. One of the biggest things with hijacking of buildings, hundreds of millions are going into the hands of criminals. That money could have been revenue collected by the city of Johannesburg to implement service delivery.
A commission of inquiry into the deadly Marshalltown fire, which claimed 77 lives, is yet to finalise its terms of reference. The inquiry was appointed yesterday and will investigate the cause of the deadly blaze. The inquiry will also seek to determine who should be held responsible for the tragedy. Not knowing when it's time to go, despite an inquiry finding that she is unfit to hold office. Suspended public protector Busisiwe Mkhwebane turned up at her offices today, but was prevented from entering.
I'm coming back to the office. But the twist of things is that now the leadership in the police service have told my protectors they can't be held responsible. It's like I'm defiant, and unfortunately they cannot allow them to be involved in such, and apparently I was going to be blocked, or the police can't allow me to enter the office.
She believes her suspension is now null and void following the conclusion of the Section 194 committee inquiry. While the committee has recommended that she be removed from office, the National Assembly is expected to vote on the report next week. President Cyril Ramaphosa slammed Mkhwebane's plans to return to work today as misconceived and says she has, quote, no right or entitlement in law to return to office, unquote, until the vote. So we were told it would get better. The ANC's Secretary-General, Fikile Mbalula, promised us it would be over by the end of this year. But it's just got worse. We are now in the grip of an indefinite period of load shedding, with a promise that the current stage 6 would ease by the end of the week. The jump comes as a result of an increase in planned maintenance, coupled with the loss of a further 2 generation units yesterday.
We do accept that in the short term is going to result into, if you like, the possibility of intensified load shedding. I'm saying that possibility because if that ramped up planned maintenance and philosophy maintenance is accompanied by unplanned capacity loss factor, that is the other units that are tripping as and when, then it means that there will be an intensification of load shedding, and which is essentially the situation that we find ourselves in.
The minister also couldn't promise that load shedding wouldn't negatively impact the Rugby World Cup this weekend. Another pit bull attack in South Africa. 3 dogs reportedly attacked a teenage girl and her grandmother. It happened on a farm near the Western Cape town of Bonneville. The 14-year-old girl and some of her siblings were out collecting firewood when the dogs, which allegedly belonged to a farmer, approached them. 5 children have been arrested in connection with dog-fighting activities in Retreat. The children were filmed involved in a dogfight with 2 pit bull-type dogs. Cape of Good Hope SPCA apprehended the kids, and both dogs were found to be severely injured with several puncture wounds. Dogfighting is illegal in South Africa with a fine of 80,000 rand and or imprisonment of up to 24 months with a criminal record. The suspects, aged between 10 and 12, are now facing charges in terms of Section 2A of the Animals Protection Act 71 of 1962. It's reported that the dogs were stolen from nearby suburbs.
It's an incident that raises grave concerns for our communities. It highlights an absolute lack of empathy, which is a crucial component of a value like compassion, something that's essential for nurturing harmonious society.
So if you want to find out more about pit bulls and why they behave the way they do, click on this link. Addressing her former colleagues as she arrived in court, the KZN woman accused of killing her police officer husband.
Murder accused Faith Ntombela has abandoned her bail application here in the Umlazi Magistrates Court. This is the same court where she used to work as a court official. She is accused of having ordered a hit on her husband, the late Zwelakhe Ntombela, who was working for the eThekwini VIP Protection Unit. It's alleged that Ntombela's arrest comes after the confession by the hitman who carried out the hit in May this year. The state says it is ready to proceed with this, but has indicated in court that it is opposed to bail. The matter will return to court next month, as the state also still has to continue with some investigations, including the ballistic expert having to look into the firearm used in the murder. Nhlanhla Mabaso, Umlazi.
Proteas men's team to play at the Cricket World Cup India has been announced. Themba Bavuma will lead the side and is one of 8 players who will be playing at the tournament for the first time.
Proteas white ball coach Rob Walter named a familiar squad, with the only real surprise being the inclusion of seamer Gerald Coetzee. With only 2 ODI appearances to his name, Coetzee was preferred to left armour Wayne Parnell, as well as third-choice spinner Bjorn Fortuin. Meanwhile, Keshav Maharaj and Tabrai Shamsi are the team's spinning options, with Marco Janssen the only recognised all-rounder in the group. Hard-hitting Heinrich Klaassen is likely to be entrusted with a key position in the batting order, as exciting youngsters Tristan Stubbs and Dewald Brevis missed out on selection. The Proteas are aiming for their first World Cup title and will begin their campaign against Sri Lanka on the 7th of October. Mawande Mateza, Eyewitness News Sport.
And that's it from me, Jane Dutton. See you again tomorrow. Just remember to like and subscribe.
Eyewitness News. In touch, in tune, and and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or ewn.mobi.